Hi guys. So today I wanted to open up a discussion concerning an event that is very much in the news for about the past 1 to 2 weeks. And it's about the Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case. If you're unfamiliar with it, a young man, 17-year-old, in the state of Texas, Karmelo Anthony, was arrested in the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf, who was also, I believe, 17-year-old high school student as well. I don't want to talk so much about whether or not the innocence or guilt. We're not here to try the young man, Karmelo Anthony, before all the facts have come out. That's to be handled in a court of law. But what I wanted to do is just take an opportunity to discuss some of the things that are involved in making a self-defense plea. A self-defense plea is entered when you are admitting that the homicide is your fault. You're taking responsibility for the homicide. And what you're saying in taking responsibility for it is that you acted in self-defense. So in self-defense, there are 5 different elements that must be in play in order for your self-defense plea to be valid. Those 5 different areas are innocence, imminence, reasonableness, avoidance, and proportionality. So let's take a look at each one of those. So in saying I'm innocent, what my claim is that I did not start the event, I did not sustain it, and I also did not escalate it. So I did not start it, I did not escalate it, and I did not sustain it. So that's first and foremost. The second element is what is referred to as imminence. Imminence basically says that the event that I defended myself against was happening right there in that moment. So in order for me to plead imminence, I have to say that I did not act too soon or too late. Too soon or too late. And within imminence, there are 3 factors that are in play when it comes to imminence. Those 3 factors are ability, jeopardy, and opportunity. So within imminence, you must have ability, opportunity, and jeopardy must come into play. So ability means that in defending myself, I'm saying that this person had the ability to create against me great bodily harm. Great bodily harm. So they had, in most cases, you're saying that they had a weapon, such as a gun, knife, baseball bat, or any piece of equipment or material that could either cause me to lose my life or to cause me to be in fear of my life. Additionally, they must have opportunity. So for example, if the weapon that is against me or being used against me is a gun, that pretty much plays out in each and every sense of the person having the opportunity, because a gun can reach out and get me from yards away. If it was a baseball bat, for example, well, you would have to be in a certain distance. I'd say that would be limited only to a few yards, perhaps. If it was a knife, same thing. Just a few yards away at most. All or both of those, ability and opportunity, must rest on jeopardy. Jeopardy is simply saying that I threatened you or I gave you reason to believe that I would use that ability and opportunity against you. Again, in a threatening manner. So each of those three must be present in the case of elements. Let's say we check that box off. At that point, we move on to the third element, which is proportionality. My response in defending myself must be proportional. For example, if they are empty-handed or if they use pepper spray, it would not be proportional for me to use a firearm against them. So if I'm responding with a gun, a knife, or a baseball bat in my defense, what I'm saying is that proportionally, that person also had the ability, opportunity, and jeopardy to use those or that same or similar weapon against me. Number 4, avoidance. Avoidance is saying that I must do what is in my power to avoid the situation. Now that isn't quite as simple as it sounds, because in different states, laws like stand your ground, castle doctrine, they come into play. Stand your ground simply means that I had the legal right to be where I was, and as such, I had the right to stay there and defend myself. Okay? So anywhere or any place that I had the legal right to be in a stand your ground state, I have the legal duty to retreat. Element number 5 is reasonableness. What that simply says is, or asks, is what would a reasonable person have done given the same set of circumstances, and also within the same understanding that the person had at that particular time. So no Monday morning quarterback factors would come into play. It's based on what I knew at that particular time, and I responded in a way that a reasonable person would have responded under the same set of circumstances. So again, you have those 5 elements: imminence, innocence, proportionality, avoidance, and reasonableness. Each and every one of these 5 elements must be in place in order for you to have a successful plea of self-defense. If any of these elements are not in play, then your case for self-defense will begin to unravel. So these next coming months, keep these things in mind as the facts begin to come out concerning it, when it goes to trial. And just know that these are the factors in which this young man is going to be judged on. He has already admitted to the homicide, that he is responsible for the death, and if he is found to be lacking in any of these elements, he's going to be found guilty for the homicide, and therefore whether the charge is murder, manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. These are the charges that will most likely be assessed if that self-defense plea does not hold up. So, you guys have a great day, and God bless.